fan club. He came to see me play a gig at the Shed, and then we said, "Oh, should we form a band?" Yeah, all right. That was that formed, and then we played in a band for a couple of years together, and then the band went through various lineup changes and eventually split up, and then we formed. Her name is Calla. Yeah, the question that you asked 3 questions ago, that's the answer.
Which is?
And what was the answer?
Oh, we make the music that goes nowhere.
Yeah, it's random music. It goes nowhere. It's like a never-ending story.
It's a rambling conversation.
It's like a shit record.
It's a recording.
That goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
It really kind of... It feels embarrassing to say it nowadays, but Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead, because he inspired me in the first place to start playing around with effects pedals.
Because he built a lot of this shit.
Yeah, and that's run on all the way through to what I'm doing now.
Build up a lot of stuff.
But that was more, not so much the musical style, but the ethos and the idea behind it. This kind of DIY approach to doing audio. Doing things that are meant to be done with the equipment.
A lot of your stuff's like home built though.
Yeah.
Influences.
Non-musical.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting question.
Oh, yeah. What is it? Yeah, well, I think that sidestep into film itself.
Yeah.
So what's a lot of film?
Imagery.
Well, I think we're all sort of big fans of film, aren't we?
Yeah.
Films and
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple as well. Yeah.
Photolector.
Yeah. Well into my film, you know. Spice World.
What kind of people do you think you actually appeal to?
Oh, people like us.
Fucking hell. I'm not prepared for this. Ask us our dates of birth and shit.
Did you just say drug users?
Yeah. Drug users.
I think it's not so much about the type of person, but there might be a little bit inside each person that would mean they like it. I don't know about that. You generally get kind of all sorts of people at the gigs, and they've all got one little tiny thing in common. That this is what I think.
Indie's now like Oasis sort of guitar rock, isn't it? Sort of indie. Did you say that?
I thought that was Britpop.
No. So yeah, we're more kind of influenced by the sort of indie kind of small-time filmmakers and music. And I guess that's what our audience are into. Not necessarily
doing it purely for the art form rather than to bang out a 3-minute rock song or to make some.
We don't want to fill Wembley Stadium. Our goal is not to fill Wembley Stadium, is it? Our goal is just to have
you're in the wrong band, Andy.
People like us, and that's kind of do successful gigs. We're not into it to be top of the pops.
I think, to be honest, if we could like Mark E. Smith and how the Fall and how they're not, they've been going forever, and that it's not like at all big, just make a living, but like they really respect it, and just play a lot of the time, churn out albums. That would be ideal, really. Not having to feel the need to take it any further.
I agree with that, but at the same time, love to fucking be a world famous touring heavy motherfucking rock.
Going nowhere.
No, it's going somewhere because the more pissed you are and you play a gig, the better you think you are, but you're actually not. So
yeah.
I saw a big red fox.
Looking over your hideous box.
Hey!
We wouldn't have the same success as, say, Radiohead, Muse, Jeff Buckley, but I think we kind of could go on their bandwagon and have some success.
You just fucking killed this. It's not that we won't do it, I just think that we can't do it. I don't think that we can write like I think Hidden Body is the most accessible song that we've got at the moment.
So, what about the music scene overall in this country? Just
Piss poor.
I don't know, people are just, it seems a bit kind of in a rut at the minute.
It's just like,
why would that be?
it's just unidirectional. You know, it's just like, it's just, well, yeah, just one direction, isn't it? It's going, and it's
You either sound like Razorlight or you don't get signed.
you get in the morning.
Oh, sorry.
It just seems to go from extremes, you know. You've got like, you know, your new folk scene basically, and this is how they all sound like similar. And then you've got your post-rock scene where everybody's all the post-rock bands are effectively doing the same thing, you know, with the odd different instrument here.
They're all
and there.
fighting for the same audience, aren't they?
Yeah, fighting for the same audience. And it's like you go to a post-rock gig, you know, bands, all, you know, more or less sounds very, very similar.
You ever seen a pre-rock gig?
Loads of stuff going on in Leeds and things like that, and you know, here in Leicester we've got some decent stuff going on. Nationally, it doesn't seem to be working out, I don't think.
Well, the fact is, it's not
Well,
going
we'll
to
find
change.
out.
It's not going to change, but
Yeah,
basically.
we'll find out when we're going on tour next month.
Well, no, it's the same thing's always going to happen, that you're not going to get signed unless you're hanging around in London. And although, you know, when the Kaiser Chiefs came out and said, oh, we're from Leeds, they'd moved down to London before they got signed. You know, it's kind of a case of where it's, you've got to be a London-based band. You've got to
I
work
seriously
that.
don't
You've got
think
to
it's
work that
about
circle.
being signed anymore.
It's not so you can put out a record yourself,
Anybody
No, but-
and you can do all the promotion and whatever. You do
But
it all yourself.
you're not going to get picked up and.
It might not be the best
No.
it could be, but it's
But
it's the best performance you could be
Yeah.
on the recording.
Say like you've got virtually no radio support. You've got a couple of independent radios. Some of the better ones are only London based anyway.
But they're like online, so you can't listen to them when you're high.
Yeah, and a lot of it's online now, and it's like
But the recent success of the Arctic Monkeys has kind of been.
That was on MySpace, wasn't it?
Yeah, bands just now the new phase of bands coming through sound like the Arctic Monkeys. That's the new kind of sound that's coming out, isn't it?